Good morning, Kasturians, and welcome to video 1 of chapter 11, that is Paths to Modernization. In this chapter, before we start, let's have an outline of the chapter. This chapter is about East Asia, and within East Asia, the two popular countries, that is China and Japan, they have been discussed. The models China and Japan they adopted, they were totally different in ideology, and both became superpowers in nowadays. So in this chapter we will start with Japan. Let's start. When we see Japan, in contrast to China being a continental country, Japan is an island nation. In Japan, there are four main islands, namely Honshu, Hokkaido, Shikoku, and Kyushu. The Okinawan chain is the southernmost tip, which is at the same height as the Bahamas are. More than 50% of land area of the main islands is mountainous, and Japan is situated in a very active earthquake zone. The architecture is influenced by the geographical conditions, and that's why we can see wooden houses mostly in Japan. Also, the population ethnicity comprises of mainly Japanese, but small Ainu minority and Koreans who were brought to Japan as laborers when Korea was a Japanese colony. They are also present in the Japanese population. The animal rearing, like other continents, the people of other continents, like they were doing, Japanese, they were not involved in animal rearing. Here rice is the staple crop and fish is the major source of protein. Raw fish like sashimi or sushi, it is now widely popular dish around the world as it is considered very healthy. Whereas in China, unlike Japan, which is an island nation, it is a continental country which is dominated by three major river systems, that is the Yellow River, Huanghe, the Yangtze River, just like it is named as Changjiang, which is the third longest river in the world, and the Pearl River. A large part of China is mountainous. Only, in fact, this is the only similarity between China and Japan, apart from being two Asian countries. In China, there are Han as the major dominant ethnic group, and the major language is Putonghua, that is the Chinese, but other nationalities like the Uyghur, Hui, Manchu, and Tibetan, they are also. And apart from these, many dialects, that is many languages, are also spoken, like the Cantonese, which is also known as Yu, and Shanghainese, that is Wu. So there are other minority languages spoken as well, apart from the Chinese, that is the Putonghua, the Cantonese, and the Shanghainese. When it comes to feeding habits, the Chinese food, it reflects the regional diversity with at least four distinct types. The best known in the world is the Southern or Cantonese cuisine, where overseas Chinese, they come from the Canton area, that is the dim sum, literally touch your heart, which is an assortment of pastries and dumplings. But in the north, wheat is the staple food, while in the Szechuan, the spices are brought by Buddhist monks in the ancient period, and along the Silk Route these spices they entered into China. So the chilies by Portuguese traders, it were also brought in the 15th century, and these created a fiery cuisine. And in Eastern China, sorry, both rice and wheat they are eaten. That's all we have in this video. In the next video, we will discuss about these countries and their political systems in detail. Thanks and have a nice day.